Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the third episode for our podcasting series. I got here with Anthony and Taco. As you guys know, today's topic is going to be about graduation, more or less of who we are or who we were in high school, what our plans were afterwards, and I guess we'll just start like we were talking about right now when they just rolled up. We were talking about like shoes and stuff, just a random topic, but I remember like shoes in high school were like Etnies, like DC, like the big skater shoes, you know?
Yeah, right.
Well, I guess what was in, because you're obviously a little bit older, but I'm not trying to call you out.
Yeah, I'm 27, guys, by the way. But for me, I remember the K-Swiss. The K-Swiss shoes. Man, I always wanted a pair. I think I got one pair, but it wasn't like the real brand. It was like a knockoff version.
Like the J-Swiss?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the Q-Swiss. But I remember the K-Swiss, they were really in. And I always wanted a pair of, is it lugs? They were called lugs back then. I had a pair of white lugs. It was all leather.
Is that the Birdman?
Is it the Birdman? I
don't know. I think Birdman.
It was trendy, and I'm like, dude, I want a pair of those.
Right.
But
for you guys, was it like the laces? You would make crazy cool designs. Like I remember my brother and I had like these laces that like my dad made like a checkerboard.
A checkerboard?
Yeah, like the lacing, like you interweave it or something.
That wasn't in my high school generation, but that was my brother's for sure. Yeah.
I remember with the Converse.
Yeah,
Converse shoes.
with like the black and white like.
We always messed around with how you tied it together. Yeah, I remember those shoes too.
Right. That's crazy. Because we were just wearing Vans, you know. We occasionally wear Vans. I mean,
he has brand new white shoes.
All white. The coat, brand white.
That's the uniform. That's his uniform.
Worn for the video.
Specifically only for this podcast.
But new Vans.
Makes his socks look tan.
Yeah, my socks
that's how white they are.
They're not as clean as my Vans. So.
Right. Well, basically, this topic kind of came about because of the fact that a lot of high school kids now are graduating from high school, and kind of we definitely want to touch upon what we did after high school, and like I said, who we were. So with you, we'll start with you, Anthony. Like your high school experience. What was your plans for after high school, or?
So after high school, I wanted to go to CAC and get just that good old college degree.
But why? Like, was that because someone was telling you, like, hey, you should go to college after high school, or was that for you?
That was my reason.
Okay.
So I was doing really good in school. I used to be on the honor society, and then so I guess going back to freshman year. I was really, really good when it came to like my academics and like doing my work. Right. And during that time, I was doing football and wrestling. At that time, I felt like wrestling was going to take off because I was really good at wrestling. And then sophomore year came around. I was still doing really good in school. I had a really good math teacher. She was amazing. She actually followed our class from I
thought you were gonna say she follows you on IG. I was like,
oh no, she's actually the principal now. I think.
Oh, okay.
No, but we went from 7th grade to 8th grade to 9th, 10th, and I think 11th grade. Like she followed our class. So that's how much she loved us, and we loved her, and it was so awesome. So I was really into like math. That was like my best subject. If I have to say that, my best subject was math, and my worst subject was most likely writing those good old essays. I hated that. Yeah, so like English, right? English, I hated it.
Now, was math your favorite class since you said you were like good at it, or was something else?
I was really good at math.
Yeah,
I was really good at math.
What was your favorite class then?
So I think math.
Okay.
Yeah. I like PE a lot too. PE was so fun. I ain't gonna lie, PE was so
freaking
fun.
hockey in the basketball court.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I remember this, and
I don't know about that.
Yeah. I remember this. We were playing like kickball, and I guess all the guys who went to Tortolita too understand this. But like, we were playing like kickball indoors in like the gymnasium, and I just remember this one dude. He like kicked the ball, and like we had a bunch of like there's like a wall of just like glass, like little glass like cubes.
Oh my God.
And this dude kicked it and it hit it and just it broke a perfect circle out of the window.
Wow.
Bro.
Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, like a superhero.
Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
And it just fell down. The ball came back. It was over.
It was so
There was
fun.
nothing like I was just like mind blown because no one saw it. I think I was like literally the only one who saw it.
Yeah, you're like,
I don't know.
I won't tell no one.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't see shit, you know.
Yeah, so PE, I think PE for sure. PE is always hands down, especially for us guys. There's so many memories.
Let me jump in there. So me being like overweight throughout my whole life, you know, like growing up and stuff like that. Like I always despised having to do like PE or like having to do like outdoor stuff. And like this is me being real, you know.
Like
it's funny, but it's like like for me it was like no, like I don't want to go outside. Like I was that guy who like never wanted to take off his shirt when you go to like fucking pools and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I think that's what brought me to like where I'm today, like where I just want to get big as shit. You know, if I can't get any taller because I'm 5'4", if I can't, sorry, well I'm short, but it is what it is.
I'm short too.
And so I'm 5'4", and like if I can't get any like taller, I'm just gonna get wider. You know, just get fucking swole as shit.
So there you go.
It's like, but again, going back to those days. Yeah, for me, PE like wasn't like it was cool, you know, because you could do different things. But when it came to like running or doing shit, I was just like, you know,
being real. That's good.
So no. But now, dude, like I probably surpassed like almost the majority of the high school kids now. Like all the kids in my class, like fuck man, you know, with all the shit that I've done, it's just
Well, I look back. I look back because I graduated 09. So 09, and that's like almost a decade now. Wow, almost a decade. I think next year is the 10-year anniversary. Wow, gosh, I'm getting old. But I look now at in high school. You know, I was still trying to find like my identity first and foremost. My style, because back in the day there was so many different trends that you try to jump on, and now I feel like I found myself. I'm comfortable in my skin. And it's crazy because you look back and like you were saying, you see your old friends maybe.
Oh yeah.
And how they are now.
That's what we're talking about.
So like basically like after graduating,
you go on like
I see my friends at the store or something, right? And you're like,
and they're like,
whoa, missing teeth.
They're missing teeth. Hey, here's my third child. So
it's really
I don't know. I
crazy.
see that, dude. I'm just like I scroll through like nothing against Facebook. I scroll through like my Facebook feed. I'm like. Another one. So I'm
Who
like,
else is pregnant?
Yeah, who else is pregnant? So it's like, okay, well, it's cool. Like, of course, like, you know, not talking crap about that, but like, you see it all the time though.
Yeah.
You know, you see like these guys who were like all that in high school are now shit, dude. You know?
It's crazy.
Or how about, I'm sure you guys have seen it too, like you scroll on Facebook and you see like the news and it's like this dude got locked up for this.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? Like the mug shots? Yeah, I'm like,
bro.
what the hell?
He let me cheat on his test.
Yeah, he let me cheat on his test, and he was selling me drugs. He was, other than that, he was good.
He was that guy. He was so nice.
Yeah. So again, graduation,
Rewind.
it's here. Yeah, rewind. Graduation, it's here, and I just think it would be a good idea for kids who are, you know, exiting high school, going to college, to really know what you want to do in your life, like we always talk about, and to maybe use this video as a little bit of guidance. Maybe not all the crazy stuff we were saying right now, but using this video as a guidance to help prepare you for what's next. You know, life is no joke. Life is going to hit you whether you like it or not, and you got to really find your whole purpose in life. You know, and starting with that is your purpose, your grind, your everyday work that you're going to be doing, whether it's, you know, you're going to college next or you're going to join the military. We all have different backgrounds, especially here, you know, and coming from the military background, I don't want to keep bringing that up because you know, at this point it's said and done, but you know, that was my whole ambition. Like I was so excited to go. I was so excited to, you know, go to boot camp, start that whole Marine Corps thing. And, you know, once I left, I was like, God, man, what the hell did I do? You know, like it was intense. So you really got to know what you want to do, and not talking bad about it, but I enjoyed, you know, the Marine Corps to the most part. I mean, there's people who were in positions that I just thought they shouldn't be, you know? I think that goes anywhere though. Like you work at a job and you're like, who's this fucking dipshit, you know? So it's like now seeing, you know, being out, I'm just like, dude, that guy's a fucking clown. You know? So it's like, okay, now I can all that go past me and just try and keep the positive from it. But yeah, if you are going to go to the military, make sure you check, you know, you have like a little checklist of different things you want to ask, the questions you want to ask for your recruiter or whatever. Try and make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. Whether that's college, you know, for the tuition, because it costs a shit ton.
Right.
So whether it's the tuition, you want to go into the workforce, just know what you're getting yourself into. And just like what Anthony was saying, that's what, so college was, people were telling you like, hey, you got to go to college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, was that something though that you wanted to do?
At that moment, yes, I wanted to do it.
Okay.
At that moment, and things change.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. I think the most important thing that, like you said, is finding your identity and like pursuing that, and then from there, my little golden nugget will be, don't think that after high school you have more free time. After high school, you don't have more free time unless you want to be a bum.
They have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Bums.
Bums have all the time in the world. You don't want to be a bum.
Yeah.
But you have.
You don't want to be a bum.
Yeah, you don't want to be a bum. Don't be a bum. But you know, when you're done with high school, you have more responsibility. Unless you're not gonna have a responsibility unless you're spoiled or whatnot, right? But this speaking real, like after high school, it was harder because now there was bills to be paid. You have to get a job and if you're gonna go to college,
and that's even
more.
living at home too.
Yeah.
Because if you go out of state, man, you're grinding even
by
harder.
yourself.
By
dude.
yourself, like getting a
Loan.
loan. Yeah,
Right.
dude, it's crazy. How about you, Marcos? Like, what was your
What was my plan after? Well, to be honest, like I fell in love, and I didn't go straight like to school right after. I know I wasted a lot of time, for sure. And I continued just dancing with Anthony. I had so much free time, and I realized that like one day I was like, okay, my family convinced me, is like, I'm gonna go to Job Corps and then maybe college after that. Back in Texas, because everyone graduated from the same school, for my entire family. So I was like, okay, then it's time to go to Texas, pack up and leave. And it was really hard to leave like the dancing industry. I had so many roots, like Anthony has roots in Coolidge. I had roots in Coolidge, and like I had roots in Casagrande as well, it's my hometown. And I went through to Job Corps in Texas, and I had an amazing time. I learned so much. Then I tried like the college there at EPCC for security training, and oh my god, that's a lot. I even got a taste for it. So
You got a taste?
dude? How was that?
Do you have a mark?
yeah, but I still have, it's back there.
Oh,
Yeah.
There.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm not taking off my shirt.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
keeping this
How
up.
was that
Yeah.
though? How was getting tased? That just always
Oh my
sounded
God.
like
Right?
it sounds pleasing, but I think that's the wrong word. Like it would be cool
It'd
to
be
just
cool.
try it out
It was like
to get fucking tased.
because the way it had it to me is like my mentor would tell me, he's like, dude, whatever's gonna happen to you, like I'm gonna make sure that you experience the 100%. Not 4 seconds, not 3 seconds, because
The full
there's no
5
quitters.
minutes.
You know what I mean? The full 5 seconds.
Oh.
5 seconds. 'cause
5 seconds? You were
Yeah.
tased for 5 seconds?
Yeah, that's a long 5 seconds. It feels like 30 minutes. Like 5.
I wonder if it
4,
was thick
3,
beard. That makes
2.
sense.
Yeah.
1.
You're like, ugh.
Shit, maybe I need
Bro,
to
it
get
was
tased,
so
man, to get this
bad,
going.
bro. Like
I need to get tased.
Cause it hurt, bro, so bad. Like, cause it locks up your entire body, and the more you
Right.
contract your muscles, the more the nervous system's like activated.
Oh, like because the guys who like fight it, right? Is
Yeah,
that when
the more you fight it, the way worse it is. So like, he made me do push-ups, and so I was doing push-ups, and mid push-up, taser, boom. So,
What a horrible guy this
yeah.
is.
well, no, I experienced the full effect, and let me tell
Would you rather get tased or like beanbagged? Because I seen those like shotgun beanbags.
Oh, wow.
Like, dude,
no, bro. Cause
like a good beanbag to the head, I think would do
Whoa.
some
yeah,
damage,
that's
dude.
that's fatal, bro. That's
Yeah,
why they
that's
have
fatal.
they have a vest for that.
Oh,
they have a vest
snap.
for you to shoot. You know what I mean?
I don't know
So-
about that.
Like,
Wow.
I think I'd rather be tased, and I don't want to say that.
What about
'cause I've
you?
been tased. you know what I mean?
Like, I mean, we don't know about this, but taser beanbag.
Like, you can't run away.
No, like it's like you have two. You're in a room. You have two choices. The guy's
I'll
like,
make it out.
you're either fucking tased or you're beanbagged.
Not in the face though, right?
Not in
Not
the
in the
face.
face.
I
Like
want
a
to say
gut.
beanbag.
in the gut, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Ever seen Nacho Libre?
Yeah.
He's like,
oh.
and then they get him in the
I don't know, man. I think
Bro.
beanbag would be like a great story.
Yeah.
But like if I had to pick, I'd probably say tased.
You're not
It's literally
lifting.
one time.
Yeah, I would. If I was filming
Bro.
YouTube, I'd probably say beanbag.
If it's like being tased, it's like
But-
for 5 seconds. I'm like,
I would.
That'd be a
Yeah.
great YouTube video.
Getting tased.
And he's gonna get shot today.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
getting shot.
I think I almost felt that sensation of like
The
being
taser?
tased.
Bro.
Because one time when I was like coming home from school,
Uh-huh.
the phone line wasn't working, and I'm trying to get the electricity on.
Mm-hmm.
So I go outside. And I was like in middle school, and we have like a fence, and I'm climbing this metal fence, and there is that box, you
Yeah.
know, the power box for your
Uh-huh.
house. And if it switches up,
sounds bad.
if it switches up, the power is on. If it switches down,
power's off.
Power's off. I didn't know. I was trying to get it open. It wasn't opening. So I'm over here messing with the thing. I guess I kept it up.
He's going up and down.
I looked at it and I was like, and I fell all the way down to my back and I laid there for I don't know how long.
Oh man, you know what? I have another story. So this is this is years ago. And Tom, if you're listening, you obviously know because you're the one who's a part of this. But it was Christmas time, right? You know how families got their trees set up, they got presents under the thing, and we had like an entertainment center. So we had the entertainment center. We had the tree like on the side and then the presents around here. So like you really couldn't get in that back corner, you know? So I remember one time it was like a sleepover, so we had some friends over or whatever, and we had to go plug in the Xbox and we want to play games in the living room. And my brother's like, all right, can you go plug it in or whatever? I was like, okay. So I had to move I'd like crawl around, like I'm proning like on the ground, crawling around the thing because there's a bunch of like presents. So I'm having to move the presents. I'm going back here. I think it was a real tree, dude. Like I think it was a real tree. I don't know what happened. Like my hands must have been wet or something.
Okay.
So like the water where the tree's at. So I crawl around. I'm in the back, like I'm getting ready to plug the shit in, to plug it in, and all of a sudden, dude, and I was like, and then like I come out, and then my brother's like. Or I told him, I was like, dude, I just got like electrocuted because like it hurt, man. And he's like, well, did you at least plug it in? I'm like, dude.
Hands off black.
Like, dude, So I don't know what happened after that, but that was my little experience of being shocked.
Yeah.
I was like,
I remember
crazy,
what my mentor told me. He's like, dude, like, we're not letting you guys know when we're gonna tase you.
oh gosh.
But we'll let you know this. We'll let you know the day, like whenever you walk into school, so you guys can go to the bathroom and stuff like that. So nothing.
They do it in the bathroom, dude.
Yeah, so like, you go to the bathroom first. Like you're gonna walk into school. Like imagine walking into the classroom and like
the worst.
Hey, this is the day, and then go to the bathroom now.
As you're
yeah, bro. So like,
I think that would be bad. The dude just shoots the toilet, so the water like it goes up. And
so the day he told us, bro, everyone was freaking out. Everybody was sweating. Everyone's like, and then like you saw the ambulances outside, but like the lights were off,
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're like, why are the ambulances outside? And they're like, today's the day. And I was like, oh man, I don't want to be tased today. It's like a Thursday.
Dude.
It's like a Thursday morning. You know what I'm saying? So.
Wow.
What was that like? Like, so you got up and they told you that you were just nervous the whole day, or what? I mean, I would be shaking.
I would be nervous.
Shit, bro. My legs were shaking a little bit.
I'd be like, beanbag me now. Instead, just
I'd be hiding.
And then I'm still gonna tase you,
Where's Sokol at?
Yeah.
Where'd
he go?
He's doing back after the video.
Okay, tase me now.
Yeah, tase me.
Bro, it was so scary because he's like, what did he tell me? He's like 80 volts is like what? Like a little, like a breath freshener? Not a breath freshener, but a room freshener.
Yeah.
Air freshener. And then the voltage for like a TV is like 125. And I was like,
meaning like the power that it consumes? Is that what we're talking? Okay.
So like 125. And he's like, the voltage you're gonna take inside your body is 50,000. And I was like, dude.
You gotta report that guy.
That's military grade.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Like,
Let's call him out.
If you're running from Border Patrol, that's what they tase you with.
Let's talk about bullies.
Yeah.
Let's start with Taco.
Yeah.
Have you been bullied in your life?
Well, AKA example with this story.
We're going off topic.
Tase, okay. I don't know how we got from graduation to being oh no, that's because you were talking about
afterwards.
School. Yeah,
okay. Fell in love. You went to Job
Corps for sure.
Okay, got tased.
Changed your life. Enjoyed the
Changed my
tase.
life. Well,
Got a beard.
I had a beard since like 14.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
You know that though. But
From the womb.
From the womb came out the beard.
The beard came out first.
Started trimming it right
away. The doctor, the first thing.
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Taper or no taper? Alright. But yeah.
Bro, like, what was it? When I came back, I realized at Job Corps, like, security isn't really my passion. But I learned so much in security that I realized that life's about a career, also. And life's about, like, are you following your passion?
Meaning, when you say career, though, did you enjoy this security thing? Or was it like it gave you the idea of that, hey, you have to have some sort of thing to give you an income? Or did you see it as, I may not, like, I enjoy this, but I may not want to see myself doing this forever?
Exactly. Like, I loved it. I had so much fun there. Like, I remember like there was like tactics, like active shooter training.
Yeah.
Like we had like little fake guns.
Yeah.
You know, we had like make squads. It was like
fun.
it was so like in formations, 5 in the morning, doing drills, like jogging, and like I loved it. And praise God, I was valedictorian. You know, thank God for that. I was valedictorian, but I learned so much. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I didn't see myself like that's not who I am.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I wasn't raised. That wasn't my calling. And I came back home and I was like,
well, at least you saw that. What age were you?
I was 20.
Okay. Well, at least at a younger age, you saw that it wasn't for you. Like you enjoyed it. You learned a lot of material from me. Or just same thing for me, the Marines. You know, like I learned a lot. I enjoyed it to an extent, but it wasn't for me. I learned what I like. You know, discipline. All these like little traits that I can apply to my life now, and to make my life better and to be able to help people out. So same thing for you. Security gave you these like tools to use in your actual everyday life, but you don't probably see yourself doing that forever.
Yeah.
Right. You see a different direction in your life, and I think seeing it at a young age, especially going to the guys coming out of high school, going to college, or doing whatever you're going to do, is seeing it at a young age is going to be the best thing for you because of the fact that the rest of your life you can gear everything towards that, and not letting someone tell you, hey, you can't do something because it's just going to be impossible or whatever. You know, to see what you want to do and just go for it, man. The world is endless with opportunity, and for you, I mean, you saw what you wanted, your purpose when you came back. You saw something else, right? A different vision.
Yeah. I've always been working out before Texas, and then when I went to Texas, I gained a lot of weight. It was awesome. I got fed so well there.
Yeah.
Coming back home, I was like, I did, bro. It was like,
what was your favorite meal?
Bro, when they had steak, mac and cheese, and potatoes, bro.
Wow, that sounds good right now.
Yeah, that was
Sounds good right now.
And it was buffet style, but like they give you a plate, and then you can get as many as you want, like salads.
Wow.
Everything was
like Golden Corral.
Yeah, the Golden Corral, just like that.
It's good.
I can't say it was
had a
straight
moment,
face, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, it was straight face.
Had a moment.
But Golden Corral. But yeah, dude, I gained a lot of weight coming back, and then
Good.
I was back with my ex, and I know, right? I was back with my ex, and then it came back.
We should have that music.
Dude, it all slows down, black and white screen.
Yeah. It just shuts off completely.
I know.
YouTube just can't handle it.
Dude, whatever. But yeah, I found my passion like in lifting, you know what I mean? And then like the personal training thing has like always been one of my dreams, but like I never really took steps forward to it. And then now I'm taking my NASM.
Hang on, again, I don't mean to cut you off, but why? This is just for other people. Why didn't you want to take that leap into personal training, or that leap into that thing you wanted to do? Was it the fear? Because I know there's multiple things that cause people. I'm definitely no psychiatrist or whatever, a therapist or whatever, but there are multiple things that in people's brains that cause them not to do what they want to do, like fear or fear of acceptance or scared of what people are going to say. So fear is a major driving factor in these things. So why did you not just pursue that? If that's what you wanted to do.
It's a big list of excuses, man, for sure. Like it really is a big list of excuses. I was afraid to go back to school. I just got done with school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just went from like a guy who graduated from high school to like 2 years later, I kind of dumped down, and then went back to college, and I was like, holy crap. And then I got out, and I was like, okay, I'm out. But then jumping straight back into it, like I wanted to breathe, I wanted to break, I wanted to eat good.
It makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then like working out, like continuing working out with Anthony again, working out with you again, and then I was like, yo, like now it's time to start looking for a job, so start looking for jobs. And then I was like, maybe like I should start looking for a career, and then maybe personal training, and then I was like, dude, it's pricey. And then my car broke down, and I was like, man, just like I had too many excuses.
The world, it seemed like the world was kind of not crashing down all around you, but all these obstacles were trying to test you. Your car breaking down, the money, everything's like not an excuse, but it's, how do I say this? Like there are things that, so people want to do certain things in their life, but there's things that are holding them back or like holding them back. You know what I mean? So for you, I think it's perfect that you said that, because I think a lot of people are scared of like shooting all that money in, or they don't have the the resources, or they don't have the opportunity, or they don't have the network, or whatever the problem is. So the obstacle. So for you now, this far in life, like you said, you're starting the personal training stuff, starting to study. Why then now is it okay? Is it now you really found your passion, you just want to go for it? Or how is that working out?
What I found for sure that I'm like 110% sure about is that my passion is weightlifting. I love weightlifting. I love whatever I do at the gym.
Because you wake up and you're ready and excited.
I'm excited. Like my mentor would tell me, he would like speak about security, and then he says sometimes I would be like doze off like mentally and just tired or taking notes, and then he'd be like, I know how to get Marcos's attention, and then he'd bring an analogy to like weightlifting. And then I'd wake up, and he said like I'd see Marcos's head like go like this, spark up and look at him as soon as he said something about weightlifting, or like resistance, like weights, and then I'd look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like he knew that like that was my passion, and he knew that was my drive. And then like to be able to help others, I've always been like speaking like even at the gym, I'll tell Anthony, he's like, oh, what about this or what about that? This person needs to work on their form here, and we talk to them. It's the little things that like I want to be able to help others too, design programs, and then like building a career after that is just like a dream because it's in the industry that I love.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
And at that point, it wouldn't really be a job. It would be you're going to work, not even going to work. You're doing what you love and getting paid.
And my second home. You know what I mean?
And your second home.
And my second home, wherever it's at.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome. And then for you, I know we talked about it last time of how you kind of dived into dancing.
Yeah.
And
winking at me.
you dived into dancing basically through sports, and obviously you see yourself doing that forever, really.
Forever.
And
ever.
Age 75.
Age 75, still dancing, still going. But the person, let's just reflect on the people we were in, say, high school, to the person we are now.
Yeah.
What would you have wanted to tell that person back then?
Nice.
What is like, I mean, you just say whatever you want, but like, what is maybe one or two things you would tell your younger you?
Yeah, have more faith. Have more faith. I had a lot of doubt and fear. I think fear was one big thing because it went from doing something that I wanted to do at that time and everyone else wanted me to do that at that time, to having this switch of like, I want to pursue dancing, and then everyone else was not about that. And I had a lot of fear, and I didn't have enough faith to see, because if we're going back in time, time traveling here, and like, have faith, have no fear. And then it's like, because now where I'm at, I'm grateful for where I'm at. If I didn't make that switch then, I wouldn't be sitting in this room now. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have met you. I would be maybe pursuing like college football or like wrestling somewhere else, and I would never have met Taco because from this dancing thing. So after high school for me, I went to a 9 months discipleship program called Master's Commission, and I was going to college before that in the summertime, in between my sophomore year and my junior year. And then I felt like, you know what, I need to get away and pursue this and find out who I am and my identity. And so I was already kind of dancing by then, right? And then I went to a 9 months discipleship program where I was able to like find myself and come back and find my true calling. And I felt like once I was able to find like myself, not only in myself but in God, I was able to find what my true purpose was, and all the things that I desired were aligned with what God desired for me versus what I wanted for myself. Like, I want $1 million.
Yeah.
I want a Lamborghini. It wasn't so much that my passions and my desires changed, because God was changing me and I was finding my identity. So all I wanted to do at that moment was to be selfless, was to help people, and that's why I've stayed in Coolidge this whole time. I love dancing, and I always hear people, even like Patrice will tell me, she went to California and she pursued like her thing in Cali, which is great, and she's still there now. She's super successful, and that I will always hear, why don't you just go to Cali and pursue it and like get out there. And I always felt in my heart that that's not where God was calling me. He was calling me to help people in Coolidge, to be selfless. And that's where I'm at now. That's what I feel in my heart. And because I did that, because God kept me here, I was able to meet Taco. And I went to, what was it, Coolidge High School?
Yeah.
Coolidge High School, you were there?
Yeah,
you were there. And I taught a dance class. And from that dance class, he fell in love with more like dancing. I think Felipe and David were there, right? Some OGs, in the crew, and they're already like showing you. Yeah. But before they started dancing, you know, like Felipe was, I think, already dancing. David was already doing butt spins. So yeah.
How about for you? What would you tell your younger self?
Dang, I can't even like top that. Like I'm trying to.
I know that's crazy, and I feel bad because I jumped up real quick because I heard the camera go off. So sorry,
good.
And we're good now. It might have cut a couple things off because I don't know if you heard the clicking, but I think that was.
I was in the past.
You were time traveling, and I think that's good because that was just, I guess, material that was meant to just be for these live videos.
That was raw.
That was raw,
and it's true.
You guys got behind the scenes because that's not going to be in the video. But what would you tell your younger self? Just one or two things, or whatever you want to say. What would you tell them?
Bro, I'd for sure tell myself that I knew a lot of things, but I didn't apply a lot of things. And I wish I applied more. Just applying what I know, because I knew I lacked the discipline to do like a lot of things, even like nutrition, even working out, or even dancing. I've been with United long enough to be able to represent United and be like in the front, but I'm not. And mainly because I'm tall, and you know, tall guys are always in the back. But like, I should be a way better dancer than I am now. I've been dancing for 5 years, you know, with United. And of course, you know, Texas took a big break. I was super rusty, came back. He even knew. He's like, dude, you're rusty. I was like, yeah, I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would tell myself just to stay consistent, you know, be very consistent. I would tell myself, if I could go back in time, I'd be like, you're not going to be where you want to be until you keep it up, you know. And if you drop down, you slope down, you listen to some girl, you know what I mean? You start losing the consistency, you are not going to be where you want to be. And then it's like, that's possible if you do this, this, and that. And I guess the this, and that is like, apply what you know, have faith, do not fear, and lose the toxic people in your life and listen to those that truly care about you, for sure. People that could really inspire you in what you do and follow you with your passion, and just be able to talk into your heart and listen to those people and be able to say, like, just lose the pride, lose the, how do you put it?
Ego.
Lose the ego, lose the pride, and just listen. And not only listen, but apply. You know what I mean? Even Pastor Michael Holmes, like, he helped me out so much. Adam Cordova, when he preaches, your father, Roger Cordova, these guys are like, they speak truth, you know what I mean? And I should be able to apply that more. And the fact that I didn't led me where I'm at now, and where I'm at now is like whatever was built, you know what I mean? But it could have been better, and I would have told myself, you know, you'll be in a good place eventually, but you want to get there sooner, or you want to be in a better place, then just listen and apply what you know. You know what I mean? And also keeping faith. I think it's a really good one as well. You know what I mean? For sure.
What a deep question you asked right now. That was really good.
Now,
therapy session.
Now, this is therapy session. Now the next question I would have. Yeah, well, I guess I'll jump in.
Yeah, I want to.
For me, what I would tell my younger self would be, first off, just don't be a bitch. Understand that.
Right.
Following your dreams is going to be the best thing that you could ever do in your life. Whether it's someone's telling you, hey, you got to do this after school, or you got to go work for this guy just because he's, you know, this top dog or whatever. No, fuck that. You know, you want to you want to do something that you have a purpose and a drive for. Now, I know I was so hard-headed about going into the military because I was like, oh, this is really cool. I saw my brother go through it. I saw the change in him, and it was really positive. Okay. So I was like, okay, telling the older me, or the younger me, I would tell him just to actually continue doing what you're doing. Because of the fact that it's going to lead me to the same place I am now. Same people I meet now, same position for business, same position for Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is. My influences to people is still going to be this great. Because if I would have changed up one thing maybe in my past, I would have slipped where I'm at now. So I feel as though I would say, don't be a bitch, follow your dreams, and continue what you're doing now. Because it's going to lead you into a great spot, you know, where you can meet people, you can get the networks. And I think that just is like kind of like the law of attraction where, you know, whatever positive or negative energy you give to the world is going to come right back, you know. And the next question I would have for you guys is going to be, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Whoa.
That's a big Married.
Hopefully by then. I'm sure by then.
He jumped on that.
That's a heavy one.
I feel like Stephanie was looking at me.
I know, I was about to say, Stephanie, where you at?
Shout out to my girlfriend Stephanie Valenzuela.
Married.
She's like, I feel like she was right here in my head.
Bro.
Married. Happily married with my girlfriend Stephanie. Yay. Kids and all, little Anthony's and little Stephanie's.
Running around.
That's where I see myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then hopefully by then I can pass the mantle to somebody else to continue the legacy of our dance teams that we have.
Oh, snap.
Awesome.
Because then you'd be like 32, you know?
Yeah.
You'd be like 35.
Easy.
That's crazy.
Almost 40, man. The cul-de-sac starting in your head.
No. You know that question, like, because my brother used to ask me that a lot. That question's a heavy question because sometimes easy to forget what 5 years is.
Yeah.
I look at the 15-year-old me, which is like 5 years ago, and I'm like, holy crap. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so that was 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Dang, you are young. How old are you again?
I'm 20. Oh, I'm 16. 21.
You're 16?
No, I'm 21.
Oh,
I'd be
okay,
21.
16.
Yeah, I'd be 16 5 years ago. So can you imagine? Or like 10 years ago, I was 10. Dude, I was freaking 10. You know what I mean? That question is like you really have to really go ahead. You know what I mean? Really far, because you can do so much in 5 years.
Well, that's the thing too, where I see it. I'm 23, and 5 years ago, I was 18, wanting to join the military. So it's like, would I tell myself to do it or not to do it? I would tell myself to do it. Because that's, again, everything I learned relates to where I'm at now.
Right.
So it's the same concept for you. 16, maybe just starting to get your license or whatever the case is. Man. If it's just like one or two things, you know, you were able to tell yourself. But 5 to 10 years, yeah, it's a while to think ahead. Now, I guess I can jump in there maybe. And I would say in 10 years, I see myself fully developed with the gym. I see a business full blown and just popping hardcore.
Right there.
And I'm seeing I visually see it almost every day where I can see my gym. I can see like people just so happy and amped up to be there and to have a place
powerlifting
where they can be. Powerlifting, a bodybuilding gym, like where people are so excited to be there. Where everyone they just love it. It's just where people want to be, their second home, and I want to make it comfortable for people. But another thing I would probably tell myself is to never let a dream die, ever. Because if you visually see it now, you will always see it. Whether it's I hit my gym and I'm like, dude, like, I want to own, properties and just start renting properties. Then I'm like, okay, see that dream and pursue it. Yeah. Don't let one little thing stop you.
Right.
Then just going for it. Because I feel like we hold back so much in life that going forward, it's hard if you're just like on the brakes,
Oh, yeah.
How is someone going to be able to go if you're just, that e-brake is on?
Yeah, the e-brake is on.
So it's like, there's things in life that hold you back. You got to figure out, what that is, what's holding you back, and just fucking destroy it. Get rid of it, whatever it is. I'm obviously no violence, but I'm just saying, like, get rid of that thing that's, just knock them out. Get rid of the negative energy in your life. Whether it's people who are close to you, because you will have family, you will have friends who tell you, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. Yeah, you're being irresponsible. Is that really the right move to do? There's so many different, there's a list of just all these things that people are going to tell you. You got to push past that. You got to see for yourself what life is actually like. Now, getting out of high school, things are going to be hard, things will be tough, but you got to work past that. Whether you have this little obstacle of like, oh, I wasn't cool enough in high school, I wasn't this, I didn't know this person. No, those people who are really like popular in high school are shit now. Right. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be negative, but it's like you have those guys. You have those guys.
Put it in there.
Yeah, I'll just Photoshop it in there. No, you have those guys who are just like big ballers, big timers. Where are they at now? Where are you at? So it's like you got to know that the smartest guy in high school should like continuously pursue that, man. Like go to college, like do something great because you have the smarts. And even if that guy doesn't want to go to college, he has opportunity. He can build a successful business. And just for you guys too, any one of my listeners, any of the people just listening to the podcast, just continue to follow your dreams and don't let anything stop you. I think every time I just go back to that, but it's so true. It's so true. What about you? Did you Have you figured out
I mean, like,
quite yet?
I don't know. But like,
Because they're waiting, dude.
Yeah,
they're
no.
waiting.
Because I was listening to what you said, and like, because you brought it back to like out of high school, and like realizing this is like for graduation as well.
Yeah.
And then like what I would tell myself like by 5 years or like 10 years is definitely pursuing the personal training career. Maybe have my NSCS, which is strength and conditioning specialist. And that's a really hard one to get. And congrats to Sparks. They're one of the trickers from the dance crew. Shout out to him, man. He just graduated from that. I know it's a really hard one to get. You have to have your bachelor's, and so maybe within 5 to 10 years, I'm going back to school. You know what I mean? Because being back in the books now, like I'm doing my old like routines to take notes, and it's like vocabulary, rewriting the vocab twice, having flashcards for the test questions. I would get the test questions wrong, and then write the answer and explanation and where to get it, and then go into the book and read out where, like, read a chapter I haven't even read yet, just for the answer to that test. And I would just go back and shoot that like 10 times a day and 10 flashcards a day, you know, and get 10 new flashcards. So I'm just doing my old routines, so definitely within 5 to 10 years, maybe go back to school. For sure have a career based, pay the bills with personal training, you know what I mean? And I could use that for like my career wise and my job wise and my 9 to 5 wise, you know what I mean? It's personal training, whether it's online and in person, or to the gym I go to most likely, and still continuing to go with the studio, whatever gymnastics he's going to start doing, whatever the studio is going to be built into. I mean, I know there's a whole bunch of stuff like that's low key about what's going to be part of the studio, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And there's a lot of good things to come for sure, whether it's the studio, whether it's dance, whether it's the personal training career, but in 5 to 10 years for sure something's going to happen.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? And basically, yeah, that's it, 5 to 10 years.
Nice.
Well, that's it right there. And I think if you guys have anything else to add, we'll add it in there. That's the ending of the video. I'll just wing it out.
Don't you have someone graduating? What's her name?
Oh yeah.
Shout out
to Giselle Sanchez. She's graduating today,
2018.
2018. We're gonna go to that tonight, but
Nice.
that's what really inspired us. You know, because of the fact that these kids are graduating from high school, and we figured we might touch upon that and maybe give some guidance to the kids who are graduating this year. And down the road, if this podcast gets watched 10 years down the road and it packs someone, well,
For sure.
we're still doing our job, man.
Yeah.
So
Damn right,
I want to thank you guys again for tuning in and listening to us talk about some crazy things, from getting beanbagged and tasered to trying to be successful with different random things. But no, I appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening. And if you are on SoundCloud, again, make sure you check me out on YouTube, Henry Rodriguez. And if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications if you haven't, because of the fact that YouTube won't really notify you if I drop a video. So go ahead and hit that, that bell to receive the notifications on your cell phone or your computer, and leave a review down below if there's anything you want us to talk about or glance upon or go back to. We would feel great to actually to go ahead and answer those questions for you. And make sure you hit that like button if you guys enjoy this video, and we'll see you next week. I'm going on vacation this week.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Where are you going?
Something new.
Where
Yeah,
are you going?
so I'm gonna go to San Diego. Oh, I thought you heard the microphone. Fail. I'll do like the fail and have those glasses.
A little emoji on top.
I'm going to San Diego for a little bit of vacation. I'll go ahead and film that. And again,
SeaWorld.
I'll have another vlog on. I don't know about SeaWorld. I'll have a vlog coming up on my YouTube channel about this past weekend. So again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Lastly, I keep
We ain't done.
trying to. Yeah, we ain't
We
done.
ain't going nowhere.
Every Monday from here on out, I want to drop a podcast, and you guys will actually be seeing this next week. But every week, count on it. Monday mornings, we'll drop a podcast for you guys. Every Thursday will be a vlog if you're on my channel. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm here with some greats. We're about to go train, get a good workout in.
Legs.
And legs.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I thought we were going to work chest and biceps.
Every day's arm
All right,
day.
every day's arm day. But again, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.
All right.